What's going on, Kicks Gang? It's Kicks back with another video, and I am super glad to be back in your presence once again. I have another dope unboxing for you guys. I actually got two pairs of this sneaker, one to rock and one to stock. No, not one to stock to sell for later on, but one to stock. That way I'll have a dope, fresh, clean pair of sneakers to throw on my foot later on down the road once the pair has started to get, lose its color or deteriorate over time. With that, let's go ahead and get right into the shoe. And just like I told you, I would be getting the YEEZY 350 V2 Zebra. I did get two different pairs, one from Adidas and one from YEEZY Supply. As always, I will give you guys a close view of the box really quick. The 350 on the top, then on the other side we have the YEEZY Boost 350, and then adidas.com/Kanye with the Adidas Trefoil logo on the bottom. On the medial side we have a blank, just cardboard box, and then on the exterior or lateral side of the outside of the box we have just Boost, and then here we've got the logo with the size tag, and then of course your designator. This is either going to be Foot Locker, Champs, depending on the store where you're getting them from. Let me go ahead and open these up, put them to the side, and grab these shoes out so we don't have to fumble with the box and all that. And bam, as promised, I've got the YEEZY 350 V2, and I am very happy to have these in the collection. As you guys know, these have released several times, and I have not been able to get myself a pair. And prior to the last release or post last release, the prices had gone way back up. Originally, they were like $2,000. They weren't supposed to be released again. Then they got restocked. And then, by the time I got really into collecting, they were up around $800. And that just wasn't something I really felt like paying for this particular pair at the time. But while they sat there at that extremely high price, the colorway grew on me more and more and more. And then other colorways started coming out, and I got to the point to where I started collecting pretty much every new colorway to come out. So when they came out and they said that they were going to be re-releasing the zebra colorway and the frozen yellow colorway, I was stoked, because the idea of being able to cop the YEEZY Zebra at retail was just super exciting for me. I had wanted it in my collection for quite some time. I heard stock would be high, and I figured now would be my chance to get them. And when it comes to the frozen yellows, that is my favorite YEEZY 350 V2 silhouette of all time. A lot of people don't agree with me on that. It's really flashy. It's tough to rock with a lot of different, outfits and whatnot. Silhouettes that are more toned down, the whites, the grays, the tans, you can pretty much rock with anything, right? Well, I like those flashy shoes, and they're just really dope. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get into a couple of the details on the shoe, mainly the differences between the original pair and the restock pair, just because I know you guys have probably seen the sneaker a million times. But as always, we start with the bottom of the sneaker. The outsole is a creamy white colorway. It's not a solid white or a triple white like we had originally thought. It's got that creamy colorway to it, but that's also the same creamy colorway that we have on the midsole. The color on the midsole and the outsole is exactly the same. When you look on the back, it looks like it might be a tint darker, but it's really not. As you guys know, on the older pairs, the outsoles of them were a bit more yellow. A couple people had asked me, hey, do you think the new ones are going to yellow like the old ones? And the answer is no. It's actually a different color altogether. So when you got the old pair, it was already darker. Just by having them in the box, I don't think that these will really change much in color. Yes, they will get dirty if you wear them on the bottom, which might turn them a little yellow, but I don't see them getting yellow in the box. So for those of you guys that are trying to make sure you got authentic pairs, a lot of people, if you're not getting them from the retailer or from Adidas, people are trying to, there's different colors and different pairs, different outsoles and stuff like that. So it's an opportunity for people to try to finesse. Not that I agree with that, but that's kind of that's kind of how people think. So if you guys are getting a new pair, expect it to be a creamy outsole, and expect that creamy outsole to, for the most part, match the midsole on the sneaker. You've got that double tape design stripe that comes along through the side or the lateral, and of course the 350 SPLY. And on this particular pair, it's a true red or university red color, where on the Yeezy Beluga 350 V2, it was definitely red, but it had a little bit of an orange hue to it. Another thing that I noticed is different is the laces. So the laces are not a true white. They're almost the same creamy hue or creamy colorway that you have on the midsole and the outsole. And honestly, I kind of like these a bit better than the original pair because it does have that contrast. So it's not just white and black, it's two different colors of white and black. One creamy, one all white, and then black. And then looking at the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got the 8 checks on the inside of the stitching. You guys should know that by now, but if you don't, 8 checks inside the stitching is what you should have for an authentic pair. And then again, monochromatic. Both shoes are exactly the same, the right being the same as the left. And this is what your tags should look like, guys. I know a lot of the fakes are coming with similar tags and whatnot, but try to pay attention to the font, the spacing, the coloration, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they look, you know, they look the same in a lot of ways, but there definitely are some distinct differences. This particular pair of 350 V2s does have the paper on the inside, so expect that. The interior now, the insole, is that bright triple white colorway, and then you've got the Yeezy Adidas writing here with the Adidas logo, and then we've got the typical outsole that we've come to expect. One thing that's different is the edges are not cut all the way around. There's about a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch perimeter on that, and then you've got your little teeth here as well. And to follow suit, we've got those little nipples that go all the way throughout. Notice there's no bigger circles within inside this pattern. And I will go ahead and do a comparison as well with the pair that I get from Yeezy Supply. I'll give you a quick look at the inside. You can see that the stitching is immaculate. The boost window that's on the inside is more of a clear colorway, where it's a bit darker, I think, to kind of match the outsole on the OG or original pairs. And then, as I always talk about, just looking at the stitching, seeing that it's popping out, seeing that it's leaving that design around the collar, around the booty, and then around the tongue as well. You can just tell. And then of course we've got those 3 stripes on the back there in 3M, and just a super dope shoe. I'm really glad to have these in the collection. Better yet, I'm glad to have 2 of them, and I'm glad that in a couple weeks from now they will be coming out with the frozen yellow pair. And honestly, I want to get 3 or 4 pairs of those. I absolutely love that colorway. And guys, stock up. I know it seems like, you know, Yeezy's dead. I've heard people say Yeezy's dead, stock is dead, the 350 is dead. Look, the 350 V2 is out of colorways. After the tan colorway comes out, that's it. They're not making any more. Now, yes, they are coming out with a V3 that's got a translucent window on the side. It's just different. There's, you know, but they're not going to be, I really don't think they're going to be coming out with any more 350 V2s, guys. And when that happens, then everybody's going to be upset. Now that they're available in the masses, everyone could care less. But in a couple months from now, when they stop making the 350 V2, people are going to start to miss them. You mark my words, I guarantee it. I'll go ahead and give you guys a couple more close-up views. And just remember, guys, cream on the bottom, it's not that dark outsole, and creamy laces that are just a tad bit creamier than the white zebra stripes on the top. But with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up the review. And like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and smash that notification bell so you can get all my videos on demand. It's Heat Kicks. I'm out.